When it warms up outside or when school's starting, there'll be a surge. Right after school starts, there'll be a surge, and right after school ends, there's always a little surge. So I'll get 3 or 4 calls a day from the schools for a week leading in, leading out. I generally expect calls, you know, every Monday. Sometimes over the weekends. If you have nice weekends, they seem to be out and about doing their business. So, and the city's the same thing, ongoing. It's just coming into spring and early fall. It seems to be the busy time of business for this guys. So we go up on top of the roofs of the schools' lots. We build scaffolding under the bridges along the path and walkways there, right? That's just kind of nice to keep that area cleaned up. There's lots of people down walking and running along the river. Down on the river landing, we've been out standing in water. Standing in the river water to our waist, washing. Seems they'll go out there when it's frozen and they'll paint it up. And then we generally get the call, like I said, going into spring and the water's flowing. So we're standing in rocks and sand to our waist and tied off and washing graffiti off the wall. One area is Broadway. There's a lot of graffiti in the Broadway area. Not actually on Broadway, they're good at keeping that street clean, but you get on the back sides, that seems to be a problem area too. You see people walking around, and I always scratch my head when I'm coming into town at like 4:35 in the morning and I see these kids riding around on their bikes with backpacks on. You know, you're thinking, what are these kids doing out at this time of day? And how many cans of spray paint do they have in their backpacks, right? Over time you learn what the tags mean, right? Like which the gang tags are and what they mean. And I've actually talked to some of the guys that were in that task force. Okay. And try and get, those guys are pretty knowledgeable, and there's a story behind every one of these tags.